Hey everybody, hi, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging with me a bit today. We're going to be doing something a little different than my norm. I want to start a new series called I Did a Thing. So you know how you try these things out and you're hoping for a great outcome, and then how does it turn out, right? So I have a couple that I already have lined up that I tried that I thought we would walk through. And then I'm open to your ideas about what you think maybe I should give a try. And then I can film it over the course of a couple weeks and we will see how it goes. If you're new, I'm Laura. I do have some furry sidekicks to hang out with me. So we have puppies galore. You can see Willie's little head here. Loki's the white puppy dog. You might see Dexter. He's the beagle. We sure hope you stick around. Hit that subscribe so I can keep creating new content and continue to expand my reach. Okay, today we're going to be talking about the Grace and Stella Dr. Pedicure Foot Mask. So I believe I saw this one on the Today Show, and it is supposed to peel away all that dead skin on your feet. And I'm one who likes to go in bare feet. I don't like to wear socks. I don't enjoy shoes. I prefer like open toes, open heels, but that does take a toll on my feet. So my heels can get really ucky and cracked. You know, I get the little calluses on, the top of my foot. So every time I get a pedicure, she's always, I call it the cheese grater, using that to try to get some of that dead skin off. So I thought, okay, how can we get a little better at trying to manage my feet? Okay, so this says that it's for soft and smooth feet, and it peels away hard skin and calluses, softening cracked heels. It's the Dr. Pedicure Foot Mask. And the directions say that you are supposed to soak your feet in warm water for about 10 minutes, then dry them off, and you secure the foot booty on each foot with the enclosed tape. So it actually comes with this, just like a plastic little sock you put on your foot. It says for best results, wear socks over the booties, which I did for warmth. So it like holds all that stuff in and puts it closer to your skin, right? So you just put it on, it's filled with a solution, and then you put a sock right on top of it. And then you wear it for an hour, and then you wash your feet off with soap and water. Peeling is supposed to begin within 5 to 7 days after the initial application, depending on your skin cell turnover rate. And then soak your feet for 10 minutes every day after the application. This will help loosen up the skin. It says feel free to carefully peel away any skin that has started to come off the foot, and the dead skin may continue to peel off naturally for up to 2 weeks. Your feet will feel dry. That is normal. Do not moisturize unless unbearable. You may apply a small amount of moisturizer. Each pair of the foot mask booties are one-time use only, and you allow 4 to 5 weeks between applications. So you can use it again like once a month or once every month and a half. Okay, guys. So this is what mine looks like. I purchased it from Amazon. They have a new, it looks like when I tried to buy it again, this one came with 4 socks. When I tried to buy it again, it looks like this is the new packaging now. And it looks like maybe they added aloe. Mine doesn't specifically say that it has aloe, but I checked both the Stella and Grace site as well as the Amazon site for this exact one, and it looks like they replaced the packaging. The price is $7.95, and for 2. I bought 4 of them in here. And this is what it looks like for me. I like how it says down for the peel, right? Okay, so I took this out of this package, put it on my feet, put the socks on top, waited an hour. So basically while I was getting ready for the morning, left it on, and then after the hour, washed my feet off and went about my business. Now will say that I did keep socks on during the time with which I had this on, and I didn't put a lot of lotion on because I wanted that peeling to begin. I didn't think about sharing this with you until about day 3. So I didn't capture the part where I'd actually just put the plastic sock on my foot, but I think you guys get the idea. So afterwards I thought, oh, this might be something you guys have heard of. You might like to see what that looks like. So let's walk through what happened. I did this on January 23rd, which was a Friday. So did the soaking, nothing really happened. My foot felt a little bit dry. So this is 3 days later. You can see my foot is clearly starting to peel. It's very hard to film your feet, by the way, so I need to figure out how to do that. But anyway, you can see all over. My feet are cracking all over, top, toes, everything is starting to begin that peel off. And it doesn't really hurt, but your socks do fill up with that dead skin. All right, so then the next day, even more, you can see like bigger pieces are starting to come off. Like it's really getting, you know, loose skin there. They said it would 5 to 7 days. Mine isn't. Mine was probably about 3-4 days, but I do tend to peel pretty quickly. So you can see like even the top of my foot has some, but basically on the bottom between my toes peeled. It again does not hurt, but all of those flaky, dead peeling was really happening. And where my feet were the worst, you can see like on my heel and where I had some calluses, you know, like at your big toe, like what is this part of your foot right here, right? Like right here, right? That was a lot was starting to peel right there. So it was interesting. Again, did not hurt. So now we get to the following day. And I'll just throw in a picture from, okay, January 27th. They did this on the 23rd. So we're like 4 days in. And you can see in this one picture, like a lot is coming off. So then we get to the next day. Again, pretty similar peeling. I see, you know, it's starting to look a little bit better. A lot of the really tough skin has already come off and peeled off. And the heel is still looking kind of rough. It even looks like I kind of have like almost like a cut or like a true little sore right there, but I don't. So like a divot, I'll say divot, but I don't. It doesn't hurt. I think that's where I probably had the most skin. So now I waited a couple of days before I shared you the next, and now you can still see most of my foot is starting to look pretty good now, except for the worst parts of the skin, right? So you can see it again where your skin tends to callus or around the heel. That's where you're seeing most of that peeling is still going on. And even a little bit around my toes. So it's still starting to keep peeling everything off. So the peel just keeps continuing. All right, February 1st now. So now we're at a week. And my feet are looking much better, right? They're not perfect yet. You can still see a little bit more peel, but my feet are starting to like come off of the hard peel. There's still a little bit. I didn't really pull anything off with my feet. I tried to keep it so that it was just naturally peeling off and I wouldn't have to pull anything off. I thought it was just better that way to let nature take its course. And again, my feet would feel dry, but they wouldn't hurt. They wouldn't hurt. And I did not, as I said, put a lot of lotion on my feet. A couple days later, feet are looking really good. Heel is still the only part that has some issues, I think. The rest of my foot was looking pretty good. So all that's left now is like my heel and, you know, the really hardest parts of my foot that still needed some work. But overall, it was working. I thought it worked. You can see some dog toys in these pictures. There are dog toys everywhere. All right, February 6th. So now we're almost like a week and a half, 2 days in. My feet are still looking pretty good. The heel part is just the part where I still need a little bit more work. But overall, I think it did what it was supposed to do. Again, this was probably one of the easier things that I've done. You don't need to be afraid of it. It doesn't hurt. There's just a lot of peeling going on. And then the last one we skipped to was February 12th. So now we are a solid almost 3 weeks out from when I originally did it. You can see that for the most part, my feet look pretty good. All of that scaly dead skin is gone, and I just have a little bit more work. It's hard to see it in this view, but I have a little bit more work around my heels. So today my heels look pretty good, but again, I think if I try this in probably another couple weeks, I'm probably going to wait a good 6 weeks before I do this again, just because I don't want to damage my feet. But I would like to get the rest of that dead skin off of my heels. Like that's the part that really bothers me. I was at the pool one day last summer. My son said, "What is wrong with your feet?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then I looked, the heels looked really rough. So I was starting from a pretty rough spot. Overall, I thought that this peel worked really, really well. I do plan to use it again. I'm enjoying that they have aloe in that newer version, so I will click that. I will put that down below for you because it looks like when I try to find this exact box, I'm only seeing it on eBay. So it looks like the new version is the one that has the aloe, so that might actually help it not feel as dry, but I expect the results to be exactly the same. So if you've ever been afraid of this foot mask peel, you don't need to be. I think it's really a great way to keep your feet looking smooth and awesome for those sandals. And sandal season's coming up, right? So I highly recommend it. I will say now as a maintenance, and I was kind of doing it before, so I had gotten a little bit better, but I've also started using this Kiehl's Cream Decor cream. So I love this stuff. I use this on my feet every night and put socks on. So just as maintenance to keep my feet soft and you don't get all the crusties and the cracks, right? This is a good way that after you've done a peel or between the peels, use this. It works amazing. And I'll put this down below as well. So I'll put both the foot mask and that cream down below in case you're having the same kind of foot issues that I've been having. All right, so I can't wait to hear what you guys thought. Let me know if you have tried this foot peel before. It did feel very dramatic to me. I was afraid of it. That's why I thought maybe you all would be interested to see how it goes. But you don't need to be. It is a fun product to give a try, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Have you tried it before? Do you have a different way that you like to deal with any of the cracked, rough skin on your feet? Let me know and comment down below. If you have a product you would like me to give a try, you're thinking about trying but you're a little nervous, put that down below as well. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. This was fun. I do have a next I Did a Thing coming up soon that I'm excited to share with you. And let me know what you think of this series. And again, share ideas with me. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, swipe to hype, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.